welcome you into Peachtree Ridge High School for the BCB MLK Showcase. It is the nightcap, the finale. The Peachtree Ridge Lions coming in, taking on the East Jackson squad under the head coach of David Boyd for this East Jackson Eagles squad. Starting lineups first for East Jackson. They will be in the navy blue. It'll be number 2, Drew Jennings, number 3, Travis Anderson, number 4, Jalen Morgan, number 11, Rico Dawson, and number 21, Cameron Walter. For Peachtree Ridge, they are the home team in white. Connor Haywood, number 10, Miles Tatum, number 11, number 12, Markel McCullum, number 23, Jeremiah Starks, and number 44, Arias Hawkins. And we are underway. East Jackson coming in at 9-8, and as I mentioned, under the head coach David Boyd, who has won some state championships. That Berkmar team you just saw, he won a couple championships with as well. Here's Morgan. Morgan, a long three. It'll be in and out, no good. Rebound coming down. The East Jackson Eagles, they'll take it. There's a pull-up jumper by Travis Anderson. It is no good. Rebound now going to come out, and here comes Tatum. Tatum all the way on the break with a scooping layup, good to Jeremiah Starks. We cracked the seal on this one. It's 2-0. Going to go behind the back, almost had it stolen away. Now going to drive all the way. There's a jump from the baseline, in and out, no good. Rebound going to come down to Miles Tatum. Tatum now going to push it in transition. Tatum working with it, working now, going to swing it to the top to Starks. Starks to Hawkins. Hawkins swings it around on this right side to Markel McCullum. There's a long three by Tatum. Front iron, skipped off, no good. Rebound chased down in the corner by Starks, and he'll peel it back out. A minute gone by. Gets the screen from McCullum. Markel McCullum, there's Hawkins, a three, it is no good. They chase for the rebound, and it'll come down to Travis Anderson. Anderson and Drennan will really play it up. Drew Drennan, a sophomore, already has over 1,000 points in a career. Did that last week in a ball game. Lost it, Hawkins batted it away, and it's a steal. Connor Haywood, the football player, comes away with it with the right hand. Bounces it long to Markel, who lost it to Starks. Starks now picks it up, McCullum in this corner. A three, Markel McCullum back on here, no. Rebound by Starks. Starks now back to McCullum, and they'll peel it back out and work it between the rings to Tatum, and Coach Keith Arrington now calls up the play as he walks up and down the sideline. Now swing it over to the left, kick it to the top to Hawkins as they operate their offense. Starks wanted to pull a three, hesitate. Now here comes Tatum off a curl. It wasn't there, and the step back wasn't there either. Long arms of the young freshman Rico Dawson, and a turnover. Ball going to come away with it. Here's Morgan, and a foul into the forecourt, and that foul will be called on Connor Haywood. His first and the team's first. Now talk about Markel McCullum, man. He was a big part of the Jarrett Cook Classic, if you remember, right here on the SUV TV. Hit those three-pointers, and that three to win the ball game over Archer. Had 11 points in the contest, 9 of them in the fourth quarter, and he had those 3 threes, and one of them tied it, and one of them won it. Now here's Drew Drennan. Drew gonna drive all the way out of control. Offensive foul. A turnover on an offensive foul by Drew Drennan, his first and the team's first. 5:47 to go, just over 2 minutes gone by here in this first quarter. Joel Hillsman, glad to be here with you. Now going to drive. Hawkins just fell down, traveling violation. He thought he was pushed. Looked like he gave way. I'm glad he's not injured. Looked like he gave way there.
In the game for Peachtree Ridge, number 33, Fred Payton.
Just realized that. Fred Payton will check into the contest. And here is Travis Anderson. So East Jackson yet to score. It's still 2-0, and we're coming up on almost 3 minutes gone by. 5:13 to go. Here's Drennan. Drennan now going to put it on the floor. Stop, pulls it back out. Drennan, cross-court pass. It was saved up high by Morgan. Morgan picked up by Payton. Coach Arrington really wanting to get in his wickets. Now over to the right. Drennan going to drive. Stop, pull up from the foul line. Short, barely glanced the front of the rim. Rebound is on the floor, and here comes Tatum. Miles Tatum going to take it away. Doesn't have the number, so he'll still attack. Now go to the baseline. Stop, left his feet. There's Jeremiah Starks, a long three. No good. A tip, and a rebound comes off by Jalen Morgan of East Jackson. Oh, both teams struggling from the field, but there's a steal. Connor Haywood with a steal. Just came in, took his cookies all the way. Goes up, layup, counted on a foul. Connor Haywood.
Basketball number 10, Connor Haywood. East Jackson foul number 4, Jalen Morgan. In the game for the Lions, number 24, Devin Vassell.
You see it. Our SUV TV instant replay. What they call it? The hoop and the harm. Connor Haywood. His first field goal of the game. 4-0, and here comes his first free throw. He completes the three-point play. It's 5-0. Coach Boyd now employing his team to pick it up just a little bit. There's the inbound to Drew Drennan. Drennan into the forecourt. Drennan going to go all the way behind the back. Tricky dribble down below the free throw line. Pull up on a jumper. It is short, no good. Drennan now may have some legs going on. Last two jumpers were very short. Tatum tried to go low, and it was out of bounds off of Kobe Haley, who checked in. Or is that still Waters? Waters is still in, excuse me. Put it down on the floor. McCullum across into the lane. Shot in good. Hit the rim and rolled in, and now a timeout call by a 30-second timeout call by David Boyd and East Jackson. The Eagles not flying so high right now, trailing 7-0. Hickory Hill Financial is a Metro Atlanta insurance brokerage specializing in life insurance, tax-free retirement, auto and home insurance, commercial insurance, and employee wellness programs. Our goal is to be a trusted advisor for all of our clients' personal and business insurance needs. Please visit Hickory Hill Financial at gmail.com or visit www.hickoryhillfinancial.com for complimentary insurance policy review. And that's please email hickoryhillfinancial@gmail.com and then visit www.hickoryhillfinancial.com for complimentary insurance policy review. Hickory Hill Financial. Out of the 30-second timeout now, 4:10 to go. They will bring it into the forecourt with Travis Anderson. Anderson working between the rings. Anderson going to go, float it off to the left. It is in and out, no good. Still can't buy a hoop coming out of the timeout. Markel McCullum gets the rebound. He's into the forecourt with the right-hand dribble, pushing the pace. Over to Tatum. Tatum in the right corner, nothing there. Picked up by Anderson. Anderson smacked the ball away. Peyton tried to save it. That's a backcourt, over and back. Cam Ross into the contest now for Peachtree Ridge. 3:48 to go. 7-0 Peachtree Ridge with the lead on East Jackson. East Jackson in the blue, Peachtree Ridge in the white. It's Peyton, McCullum, Ross, Tatum, and Vessel into the contest. Devin Vessel into the contest for Peachtree Ridge. Those are 5 on the floor. Anderson, Morgan, Drennan, Walters, and Clark. Xavier Clark comes in after the substitution. Nice give and nice go. Morgan down the lane and one. Foul by Fred Payton. So finally on the scoreboard, Jalen Morgan, the hoop and the harm. East Jackson coming in at 9-8 on the season. 71.4 points per game and 69.29 points against. Three-point play is good for Jalen Morgan. And the first 3 points for the East Jackson Eagles. And they lead 7-3. East Jackson, that's in Jackson County, Commerce, Georgia, almost touching Athens. Just like that, almost touched the net. A bottom of the three by Devin Vassell. And that pushes the lead out to 7, 10-3 with 10:23 to go. Working now is Anderson. Anderson with the right-hand dribble, belt high, and he's conducting someone to come up for a screen. So Walters gives him the screen, and then Tatum goes under the screen. Now they come back with it again. He goes on top of the screen, but there's the roll. It wasn't there. There's the shot. Jumper. Anderson, no good. Rebound hit the floor. Morgan got it, and he was pushed behind by Fred Payton. So Payton just came in and quicked up 2 quick fouls.
Peachtree is foul number 33, Fred Payton. In the game for Peachtree is number 10, Connor Haywood.
Well, Connor Haywood will check back here. Looking. Drennan going to inbound it. Ball was almost touched. Payton is still in the contest, even though he's got those back-to-back fouls. Just under 3 minutes to go. 2:57 and counting here in the first quarter. Float. Drennan, short, no good. Drennan must be tired. Everything is short. Cam Ross, run out, layup, good.
Peachtree is basket number 22, Cam Ross.
Ball is on the floor. Here's Drennan. Drennan now with a tricky dribble, pulls it back Goes between his legs, and now he has it with the right-hand dribble, worked on by Ross. Now going to try to penetrate. It wasn't there. Putting it on the floor is Anderson. Anderson stop, shoots from the elbow. Is no good. It's actually off that elbow. Here comes Haywood back this way. Haywood back over to Ross. Ross catch, shoot, fire, a three. It is no good. Rebound comes off to the right, and Clark will get it. Xavier Clark now gets it up ahead, and here comes East Jackson. Lost the ball. Turnover. Cam Ross caught the pass, and there was a stolen ball off of Jalen Morgan. They get it up ahead. Here's Miles Tatum. Tatum all the way to the hoop. Put it up. No. Fight for the rebound. Vessel is going to have it. Lost it out of bounds, and it'll stay with Peachtree Ridge. Nope. And he's going to change it and say East Jackson ball. Pointed in the wrong direction.
Back into the lines, number 23, Jeremiah Starks.
And a timeout has been called by East Jackson. Let's see, will it be a 30 or will that be a full timeout? It will be a full timeout. The 2016 BCB MLK sponsors Point Guard College, Better Basketball, Wilson Lewis, All-American Specialties, Athletic Web Solutions, Hickory Hill Financial, and Taziki. Do you want to be the type of player that stands out to a good coach this summer? Join over 10,000 dedicated players nationwide and discover how to play smart basketball, be a coach on the court, and be a leader in practices, games, and everyday life. Visit pgcbasketball.com for details on the 5-day, 4-night summer courses, including the nationally acclaimed Point Guard College course. Once again, that's pgcbasketball.com. Out of the timeout, East Jackson trailing 12-3, trying to get something to go as we come up on the final 2 minutes here of this first quarter. 1:53 to go. And a foul, and let's see, will the foul be on Peachtree Ridge? It will on Connor Haywood. That'll be his second. Connor Haywood not agreeing, and Mr. Ref is not giving him an explanation. He will come out. McCullum will come in. Ball almost stolen. Vassell had to maintain his footwork, and now here is Drennan. Drennan with 1:45 to go. Drennan going to move, stop, foul line jumper. It is short. Everything he's shooting is short, but there's an offensive rebound and put back Xavier Clark. First field goal of the contest. Oh, no, second field goal of the contest. For East Jackson, they trail 12-5 with 89 seconds to go. There's Peyton. Peyton looking, and now going to swing it to the left side of Jeremiah Starks. Starks pulls a three. Good. Jeremiah Starks knocks home a three ball. And that pushes the lead out to 10 now, 15-5 with 70 seconds to go. It's been an outstanding event here. Can't believe time flies, but they say it flies when you're having fun, man. This is already game number 5. On the backdoor cut, there he is, layup, no foul call, and now they do call the foul. Jamarian Knox, a beautiful cut to the basket, caught it, couldn't finish it, and he was fouled by Cam Ross, and that'll be Ross first and the team's 5th. 15-5 with 58 and 5/10 seconds. The free throw, back iron, no good.
Back in the game for the Lions, number 11, Miles Tatum.
Second free throw, good. So Knox splits a pair, and it's 15-6, and it's a 9-point game with 45 seconds to go. And a passing lane, a shot stolen. Good steal there. Clark all the way, layup, good. Xavier Clark with his second field goal. So a strong finish to the end of this first quarter is what they're looking for. Coach Boyd continuing to preach across the way, and coaches squad up. It's 15-8 with 25 seconds. On a cut, Peyton Payton gonna recover, turn, shot is up, no good. Rebound, but a foul call by the center ref. And Coach Boyd across the way wants a traveling violation, not the foul. And he's getting an explanation, and I don't think he's liking the explanation. Foul at the free throw line will be Fred Payton. Payton, first free throw is good. 6 different players have scored here in this first quarter for the Peachtree Ridge Lions. Payton's second free throw, no good. Rebound skied for by Jalen Morgan. Morgan got the rebound, and now he has the dribble with the left hand coming up on the timeline, picked up by Markel McCullum. Gonna blow right by McCullum and lost it. Ball on the ground. McCullum with the steal. Fred Payton wasn't looking. And it's gonna go. That should have been over and back. It was not called. Here's Anderson. Anderson gonna drive. Skip through the lane all the way left. Good. He beat the horn. Travis Anderson beat the horn with that layup at 16-10. So they finished the quarter strong, 16-10. Right here, the SUVTV.com. Second quarter action underway from the 2016 BCB MLK Showcase. Glad that you are here with us at the SUV TV. Whether you're live or whether you're on demand, Tatum missed that 3, and a rebound brought down by Jalen Morgan. Peachtree Ridge, the home team, and they are the host school. Jumper is no good. Drew Jennin held scoreless in that first quarter. He pulls a 3, good. Finally got a field goal to go. Had been missing short of late, and all of a sudden you take a look at that scoreboard now, and it's 16-13. Now they chopped that lead down. It was a 15-5 lead, and now really it's been an 8-1 run for the East Jackson Eagles. Tatum with the left hand dribble. Now he's worked on by Clark. There's a long 3, McCullum. It is no good. They sky for the rebound, and pulling it down is Anderson, and now they lost it, and a foul is called. Excuse me, that was Knox in there hustling and got that high board. Al Durham, Zach Cooks are done. The Berkmar people have seen enough of what they want to see finna go on home. Not a far drive. It is a school night after everyone was off today. And you see what I did today? Well, right here with you on the SUV TV. That's what we do. It's that time in the high school basketball season just literally flies. You know, region tournament, what, 4 weeks away maybe? By the time the NBA All-Star break will be getting here, it will be region tournament time, because you got to remember, the state tournament starts that last weekend in February. Well, not that last weekend. State tournament starts on the 22nd. Is that right? I have to take a look at that. Here in Georgia, anyway. A lot of state tournament. I know Georgia is one of the earlier state tournaments. It'll finish that first weekend in March. Every now and then you'll see a state go into that second weekend in March. And that's what you want to do. You want to be playing and making that last weekend in March. Markel McCullum now will be going to the free throw line. But January and February, and November, December, January and February, those are your basketball months for high school basketball. The free throw is off, no good. So substitution now is Kobe Haley will check in for East Jackson. He's also in there with Xavier Clark here on that right block. Markel McCullum to get another free throw. It is good. So we split them. Pushed the lead out momentarily to 4. 17-13. That really makes it now an 8-2 run for East Jackson. Drennan into the forecourt after being held scoreless in that first quarter. He hit his first shot here in his second quarter. His shots in the fourth quarter very short. Anderson, a 3, no good. Rebound comes out. Navassel on the break. Layup is good. Put it in, Jeremiah Starks. Starks has 7 now in the contest. 19-13. So now here they come. They answered that little 8-1, 8-3 push with a push of their own now. And a steal by Vassell. Vassell gets it up ahead to Starks. Starks with a crossover. Got caught with a carrying violation, I believe. Yep, palming violation, carrying, 5:41 to go. Either way, it starts with a T. It's a turnover. Well, Ross now will be checking back in. Cam Ross with 2 points in that first quarter, now making his first appearance here in the second quarter. Here's Anderson. Anderson crosses the timeline. Going to dribble down the right side. Jump stop in the lane. The shot is up. It rolls off. No good. Rebound ripped down now by Hawkins. Ross gives it over to Tatum. Tatum now going to spin. Kick it in the corner. Markel McCullum. A long 3. Good. Markel McCullum, a 3 ball. And they pushed the lead quickly back out to 9. So it had gotten down to 3 at 16-13. And since that moment now, a little 6-0 push to push it back on out there to 9. There's a stop, a 3. Colby Haley. It is no good. Rebound tip, and it comes down to Tatum. Looked like it was kicked by Haley. Yeah, we're out there playing soccer. I know he got the hand of bun, but we must use our hands and not our feet. Blue collar basketball, MLK Martin Luther King showcase here. It's been a fine day. Our first game tipped just before 12 o'clock, and now here we are in our final game of the day, right here in front of 7 o'clock in the East. Now, wherever time it is where you are, whether you're live or on demand, we are glad that you are with us. The NGB TV and Blue Collar Basketball. A long 3, Tate is no good. Drew Drennan gets the rebound. Here comes Drennan skipping his way into the forecourt, bouncing in, leaving it off. There's the layup, and 1. The hoop in the horn. Xavier Clark from Drew Drennan in transition, and they needed that to stop that little push right there. It had been pushed up. Starks will be hit with the foul, and that will be the team's 7th foul. That's Starks first. 4:28 to go. Fred Payton now will check back into the contest for the Peachtree Ridge Lions. 22-15, 4:28 to go, second quarter. And standing at the free throw line, Xavier Clark, his first trip today. He has 6 points, all of them from the field. And he completes the 3-point play. That makes it 22-16. Oh, East Jackson cut it down to 16-13 at one point. Payton down the lane. Payton skipping, puts it up with the right hand on a scoop. No good, got his own rebound, and it was fouled. That'll be on number 20. That'll be Kobe Haley. He will have the foul. That's only the 4th team foul for the East Jackson Eagles, but Fred Payton will be going to the free throw line where he is 1 of 2 on the day. Payton's free throw is good. Peachtree Ridge coming in at 10-8. They're coming off of a 57-51 defeat over Meadow Creek on Friday night. Payton's free throw is good. So he made them both. It's 24-16. Connor Haywood and Markel McCullum each had 14 in that contest. Saw Coach Arrington. Coach Arrington was the first person I saw today when I arrived here at the arena. And that's always a good sign because I know he'd be probably one of the last with all the duties he has here with his team being the host school and the last game played. But, you know, it was just interesting. He said we had a good night against Meadow Creek and expected a good day today here against East Jackson, a non-region game, especially. That's what you get here in these showcases. 24-16. Now they're going to hold it back this way. There comes a screen from Markel McCullum. Ross gets it back to McCullum. McCullum going to go down the baseline, stop with a short corner jump. Good. Markel McCullum scores it again. He has 8 in the contest, 6 of them him in this quarter in the lead. Look at that. It's out to 10 again. 26-13. So they got it back out there 26-16, a 10-point game. It was 15-5. All of a sudden it was 16-13. Now they pushed on out. The shot is no good. Peyton going to fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds and it will stay with East Jackson. Coach Boyd really yelling and getting his players' attention. Drennan has the ball. There's Drennan going to go between his legs to Ross. Now he's going to float it up. No good. Field goal percentage not very good for Drew Drennan today. And now here's McCullum coming away with it, picked up by Xavier Clark. Tatum down the lane. No. It counted. And a foul by Miles Tatum. It barely tickled that net from up here in the perch. 28-16, and he'll get another free throw and try for the three-point play. The first field goal of the game for Miles Tatum.
In the game for the Lions, number 34, Scott Akers.
Scott Akers now has checked in.
Back in the game, the Eagles, number 5, Jamarian.
Number 34 for the Peachtree Ridge Lions, Scott Akers. And now here is Miles Tatum at the free throw line. Tatum takes his time. The free throw rolls in good.
In the game for the Lions, number 24, Devin Vassell.
So now here comes the inbound. Colby looking, bounces it in. Here comes Drennan. Drennan with all the tricky dribble and almost had it stolen away from him. And Fred Payton now will pick up his third foul.
Peachtree fouls on number 33, Fred Payton. Number 2, Drew Drennan.
So Drew Drennan now will be going to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. The team's 8th foul. Free throw is good. And that free throw stroked in there by Drew Drennan, who now has 4 points on the day, and it's 29-17. Second free throw, in and out, no good. Tip out of bounds, and it will stay with East Jackson. So 1 or 2 from the free throw line is Drew Drennan. Three-pointer is good. Anderson. Knocked in that three. Come back. Anderson tried to hit Drennan. Drennan now be pushed out of bounds. Foul will be on Akers, number 34.
Peachtree foul number 34, Scott Akers.
Akers with the foul. That'll be his first, the team's 9th. So Drew Drennan will go back to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's 1 of 2 on the day. And his lone field goal was the three-pointer. Taking a look there at Drew Drennan. Free throw. Good. Drennan toes that line again. Sophomore, already gone over 1,000 career points. Second free throw is good. He's 3 of 4 on the day. And he now makes it a 29-22 ball game. So they pull back to within 7. Peachtree Ridge, as I mentioned, 10-8, coming in 59.8 points. And a steal and layup by Xavier Clark. And now a timeout has to be called by Peachtree Ridge. All of a sudden, their 10-point lead is sliced in half to 5 with 2:19 to go. It's 29-24, and it is a full timeout. At Better Basketball, they live and breathe the game. They focus their entire business on the tools players and coaches need to improve at every level of basketball. Their videos are more detailed, more carefully executed, and packed with more information than any other instructional video for basketball on the market today. Visit them at betterbasketball.com. Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe is a fresh interpretation of traditional Mediterranean grill and roasted meat that come together with our original sauces and sides for flavors that are deliciously unexpected and completely our own. Please visit our Swanee location just 1 mile down on Old Peachtree Road near Interstate 85. Taziki's Mediterranean Cafe. We'll take a look here live at Peachtree Ridge High School. We're in the Perch. Glad to be with you, Joel Hillsman and our entire SUV TV crew, my executive producer and fine assistant, Lisa Burnett, with me. First time we got to work together this year in 2016. And we just picking up where we left off with great showcase basketball. This is the blue collar basketball MLK showcase. As Peachtree Ridge breaks the press, Peyton dumps it over in the corner to Akers. Akers gonna stop, pick up the dribble. Miles Tate pulls the right wing three, splash. He tickled that twine from beyond the line. Miles Tatum a three ball. East Jackson working with Drennan. Drennan trying to attack, spin below the foul line. They kick it out. Anderson a three. Good. Travis Anderson, his second three here in the quarter, second three of the game, and it's a 5-point ball game. East Jackson right there. Coach Arrington up, employing his team to come on, let's run the offense. Coach Boyd standing there, wanting to make sure that he knows what his Eagles are doing defensively. Drew Drennan comes out to pick up Tatum with 88 seconds. So now here is Tatum. Tatum gets a screen from McCullum. Gonna stop, pull, a jumper, good. On the elbow, right inside of the arc. Miles Tatum warming up here in this second half, in this second quarter. He really put together a pretty good second quarter with 8 points. All of them coming here in the quarter with 68 seconds. Here's Drew Drennan between the rings. With the right-hand dribble, now going to pass. The ball was tipped, but it's going to somehow come in, and a layup is no good by Knox, but he'll go to the free throw line. Jamarian Knox will be going to the free throw line. Fred Payton with the foul. That'll be his fourth and the team's 10th. And getting up off the bench is Mr. Hawkins. As Hawkins will be coming in for Fred, who's came in and just brought the hack with him, just smacking folks. Free throw, good. For Jamarian Knox. Arias Hawkins now checks in after the free throw. 34-28, 4-point game. They've gotten it down to 3 at one point, 16-13, after trailing 15-5. Free throw, good. Well, Knox sticks both free throws. He's made 3 in a row, and it's 3 or 4 from the line. We are under a minute. Under a minute to go second quarter. Across the timeline to Markel McCullum. McCullum with the right hand. Now going to pass it down low. Vassell wide open is good. Beautiful dime right there, Devin Vassell. Well, Sale with the layup. It's 36-29, and now here's Drew Drennan. Drennan into the forecourt, dribbling with the left hand. Gets the screen away. Now here he is. Drennan stop, pulls, top side three, air ball. Everything's been short from out there, hit the rim, and now they're saying it was deflected, so it will stay with East Jackson. And I think a couple of Peachtree Ridge people didn't like that. Drennan has been short on the Jays today, but that's what you're supposed to do. If you miss it like that, you're supposed to turn and look and say somebody either fouled you or the ball was deflected, and in that case, he was able to get that. Joel Hillsman, glad to be with you as Drew Drennan stop, pulls the jumper, right of the wing, no good, and pulling it down is Markel McCullum. McCullum up ahead now to Tatum. Tatum now in the forecourt with a right-hand dribble on the right wing. Swings it to the top. They work it all the way around. Akers hesitant to shoot it since he's checked into the ball game. 2 possible chances that he had. He'll be patient with it. Give it back to Tatum. Tatum has a count on him now with 12 seconds. Tatum all the way back in no man's territory. Now he's going to move, gets a screen from Markel McCullum with 7 seconds. Now you got to go. With 5, with 4, Tatum nothing to the hoop. With 3, with 2, they're going to force up a bad shot. There's the layup. Good! Tells you what I know. Creating Mr. Hawkins on the easy lane, and we go to the half. 38-29. Peachtree Ridge leading East Jackson right here. The SUVTV.com. A 19-point second quarter for Jackson, though, helped get them back in the contest.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience, but if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation. It allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things.
welcome you back inside of Peachtree Ridge High School, the gymnasium here at Peachtree Ridge High School. Joel Hilsman, glad to be with you. Second quarter, second half action now underway here in the third quarter. 38-29, and it is a 9-point lead for the homestanding Peachtree Ridge Lions. Peachtree Ridge, they are in the white with the blue numbers. East Jackson, they are in the blue with the white numbers. Navy blue, and there's Drew Drennan. Drennan kicks it over to the left side. And they're going to feed the post. And they're out to Clark. Clark swings it back around. There's Drennan. Drennan worked on by Tatum. Lost it. Ball on the floor. Picked up and a steal. Good job by Hawkins. Hawkins gets it up ahead to Connor Haywood. Haywood now going to hesitate. Stop. Pull up. A jumper. 17 feet. No good. Rebound coming down to East Jackson. Cameron Walters getting that start again here in the second half. Got the start in the first half, was unable to score. Here comes Markel McCullum all the way. Tatum with the layup. No. Starks on the putback. Good. Jeremiah Starks on the putback. And that makes it now 40-29. Here's Drew Drennan. Drew now looking, and they're going to bounce it on the backdoor pass. Was stolen by Markel McCullum. Gives it up ahead now to Hawkins. Hawkins gives it up to Starks. Starks going to go all the way. Left-hand layup. Good. Jeremiah Starks. And a timeout call quickly. Out of the timeout, a full timeout call by Coach David Boyd. 42-29. They move the lead out to 13. It's time for the SUV. On a run. Out of the timeout, Drennan on a back cut, unable to score. Out of the timeout, Hawkins gets the rebound for Peachtree Ridge, and here they come with Markel McCullum. McCullum gives it to Miles Tatum, and Tatum with the left-hand dribble. Tatum now swings it, goes around the screen, offensive foul. Offensive foul called on Arius Hawkins. That'll be his first, and that will be the team's second here in this second half. East Jackson will inbound it. Xavier Clark now getting extended burn. Did not start the game, but man, he had 9 points in that first half and did very well. There's a layup by Walters. It's no good. He gets his own rebound, puts it back up with the left hand. No, Connor Haywood got the rebound and was smacked away from behind, but he controls it now coming into the forecourt. Here comes Haywood. Haywood down the right of the lane, scooping high layup. No, Markel McCullum on the follow. Good. Markel McCullum, second chance points on a putback, and they move up 15 now. 44-29 with 5:44 to go in the third. Kick it across. There's Clark. A jumper. No good. Badly missed. Barely grazed the line. And what a save by Connor Haywood. He saw Tatum and tried to save it off Tatum and then wound up throwing it off of the Eagles player. So checking in now. Kobe Haley will be checking in. He got some burn in the second quarter. Now this makes his first appearance here in the third quarter. Well, here's Miles Tatum. Tatum going to hesitate. Bounce it with the left hand, and now give it over to Hawkins. Hawkins holding and smacking away from him. Hawkins going to drive, and the pass is going to be knocked away. There's a long outlet pass. Here comes an easy layup for Travis Anderson. Layup off the window is good, and the first points here in the second half come from Travis Anderson. Fast break points off the turnover and an easy layup. Haywood to a flashing Hawkins who turns. Shot is off. No. Rebound. Lost it on the floor. East Jackson going to come away with it. They're going to outlet it. Now here's Drew Drennan. Drew Drennan with only 6 points was held scoreless in that first quarter. Drennan all the way layup. No, they call it on the floor as he was going down the lane, tried to scoop it up and score, and he'll be fouled. Well, they call that on Hawkins. That'll be his second and the team's third. 3 team fouls already with just a little bit more than 3 minutes gone by. 4:54 to go here, third quarter. And our final game of the day here from the BCB Basketball MLK Showcase at Peachtree Ridge High School in Suwanee, Georgia. There's a bounce pass. Nice drop-off layup. Good. Jalen Morgan. Morgan now with 5 points. The lead now to 11. Oh, can they just make a little push here? Is that the refrain I'm trying to hear. Steele on the break, dunked it home. Jalen Morgan on the slam dunk break. And they try to push it down to 9 now, and they do. And now Mr. Ref didn't like the way the ball was inbounded. He wants Connor Haywood to go back to a spot and do it. And now let's see, they're going to try to make substitutions. Yeah, he's going to let them make substitutions. That's interesting. Haywood will be coming out. Vassell will be coming in. Devin Vassell. And it's 44-35, 4:21 to go. Oh, Vassell now will be inbounding, and he gives it over to Tatum. Tatum with the left hand dribble, now the right hand. Goes between the legs, and now he'll walk it up into the full court with the left hand. Tatum trying to avoid the count from Drew Jennings. Now Drennan came up and fouled him. That'll be Jennings' second foul. And that'll be their first here in this second half. Drew Drennan, 2 fouls in the contest, 4:01 to go. A little bit surprised that the Peachtree Ridge crowd, with them being the whole school, it's kind of emptied out from the earlier games. I thought Peachtree Ridge would have a nice crowd here, and there's a foul going across the way, and the foul will be called on Travis Anderson. Anderson will pick up his first, and the team's second. There's a 3 ball. Starks, good! Jeremiah Starks, a 3 out of the corner, and that 3 ball is good. And that pushes the lead out to 12. Long lead pass out of bounds, and it will go to Peachtree Ridge. And Jalen Morgan just a little bit upset. I don't think he wanted to have the pass thrown a little earlier instead of making it so late where he was unable to get it. Well, Cam Ross now will check back into the contest here in this third quarter. 3:45 to go. Joe Hilsman, glad that you're with us here at SUV TV. So here is Tatum. Tatum into the full court, dribbling with the left hand, and he's picked up by Drew Jennings, gets a screen from McCullum. Screen now spins, now gives it back to McCullum. Down the lane, off the window, it couldn't go. They tip, they fight for it, it comes back out, and Starks is going to get it. Starks now with the right hand, kicks it over to McCullum. McCullum across the lane, there's a kick out. There's a long 3, Cam Ross bottoms. Cam Ross, a 3 ball off that right wing, and he stroked in a triple, and that pushes the lead up to 15, 50-35. And Jeremiah Starks picks up a foul. That'll be his second and the team's 4th. And they have 2 more to give. Vassell will check back in. Xavier Clark will inbound it over to Anderson, who also has Drew Jennings on the floor, along with Kobe Haley and Jalen Morgan, the 5 on the floor for the East Jackson Eagles with 3:05 to go third quarter. Nice pass, dump off, layup, good. That was a beautiful dime drop from the top. Kobe Haley with his first field goal. Here comes Peachtree Ridge and Miles Tatum. Tatum, Vassell, Payton, McCullum, and Ross, the 5 on the floor for the Lions in white with the blue numbers. Drennan picked him up. There's Cam Ross. Now Ross dribbling with the left hand, just stroked him in a 3. They're up by 13. Going down the lane, flipped it up left hand. Didn't get the roll, but he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2, will Cam Ross. Ross making his first trip to the line today. 5 points in the game.
Number 22, Cam Ross at the line for Peachtree Ridge.
Wilson Lewis is a full-service CPA firm and office in Gwinnett County and Metro Atlanta. We are large enough to handle all of your accounting needs, yet small enough to give you the personal touch you want. At Wilson Lewis, we measure our success based on the success of our clients. Visit wilsonlewis.com. Cam Ross on the first free throw. It is good.
Back in for East Jackson, number 5, Jamarian Knox.
1 more coming up for Ross. No good. Split him. Payton. Rebound. Put back up off the window. No. A tip coming in from Vassell. No. Out of bounds. East Jackson ball. Oh, it will be East Jackson basketball. Peachtree Ridge now want to stay back and apply the full court pressure with 2:36 to go. I think that's what the ref was smiling about. He thought that everyone thought that Peachtree Ridge was going to have the ball, but Peachtree Ridge was going to press. Now they break it, and here comes Morgan. Morgan gives it over to Drennan. Drew Drennan hesitates, goes down the baseline, now kicks it over to the left. Stop. Pump fake Anderson. Step back. A 3 out of the corner. Good. Travis Anderson a three. That's his third three of the game. They cut it down to 11, but Tatum driving all the way, flipped it up with the left hand. No, Payton follow, yes. Fred Payton on the follow, and that pushes the lead back out to 13. Now they come back real quickly, driving layup. No, Payton may have fouled out right there. I have him for 4 fouls. Let's see who they call it on. It is called on Fred Payton. They call it on Payton. I have it as his fourth. You know, that new rule in high school, I think I've talked about it. I highly dislike it. The PA announcers are no longer allowed to announce the player foul and team foul, as they do not want to give a competitive advantage to one team. I just think that's just trash. Second free throw is no good. You can't inform the spectator, so you don't know how many fouls he had. I had Payton down for 4. That would have been 5. Obviously, it's not 5. They allowed him to stay in, so he had 3, probably went to 4. Drennan, and I'm upstairs on the perch. And if we were down by the scores table, it'd be distant. There's a steal by Miles Tatum. I still just doesn't like it. It's been a lot of dead energy across the way with the new PA announcing rules that driving layup is good. I mean, that just kind of makes it a part of it. And, you know, it kind of goes along with what's going on in Wisconsin. We don't want the high school chants being banned. They're being banned. And, I mean, it's just America growing softer by today. You're going to win. You're going to lose. You're not going to be as good as some people. You're going to be better than some people. There's going to be people better than you. That's athletics. That's sports. And I think all of this babyfication of athletics and this, you know, going too far. I mean, who hasn't played basketball and somebody say something about your mama from the stands? That's what fans are for. You want them to go for that team and go for that team. Oh, well, we're losing some of what high school sports is all about. What is it about? Learning about life and competing to win basketball games and try to get in college if that's what you want to do as a basketball athlete. And you're going to face some adversity. I think what happens in America, we try to control the adversity, and then when it actually happens, you're not prepared for it. There's nothing wrong with some of these chants that go on around here, especially some of the things that go on with the PA rules, as Vassell hits him another 3. And I'm off my soapbox. You know I always have something to say. That's Jay Hillsman. At Jay Hillsman on Twitter. As we go under a minute in an 18-point ball game here in the third quarter. That's just how I think about it. There's the jump. And it is good. It fell in there, Travis Anderson. Anderson really has put together a pretty good third quarter here, as he has 7 points in the corner. They kick it in the corner. There goes Ross. Ross, a 3. It is off the side of the rim. Rebound, tipped up and in good. Hawkins tipped that thing in, and they now have an 18-point lead, 32 seconds, 60-42. Yeah, the PA announcers are also not allowed to say how much time is remaining in the game, nor how many timeouts. And also, the player and the foul cannot be displayed on the scoreboard anymore. And you want to talk about wasting money. And, of course, here in Georgia, we are one of the 42 states that do not have a shot clock. Long outlet pass to Cam Ross. It is good. Cam Ross put together a pretty good third quarter. Coming up on the final seconds, a long heave, no good. And we move to the fourth. Peachtree Ridge opened it up a little bit. They lead by 20, 62-42. On to the fourth right here on the SUVTV.com. We welcome you back inside of Peachtree Ridge High School. The final quarter is underway. The fourth quarter here between Peachtree Ridge and East Jackson. Joel Hillsman, glad to be here with you for the BCB MLK Showcase. And a turnover right out of the quarter break for Peachtree Ridge. So East Jackson will be inbounding it. They're moving left to right. They are in the blue with the white numbers. Peachtree Ridge, the home school and the host for this event, they are in the white with the blue numbers. And coming across the timeline is Travis Anderson. A long three, Clark in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Connor Haywood. It was tipped from behind. Haywood was able to recover it, went behind the back, layup good by Jeremiah Starks. Get nifty with it then, fella. Ball was tipped away, and Connor Haywood was able to recover it, went behind the back to Starks, who caught it and went and finished with the left hand. There's a jump from the baseline, short up by Dawson, it's good. 64-44, going baseline is Ross. Ross kicks it in the corner. Jeremiah Starks, a three, good. Jeremiah Starks is having himself a fine second half and a fine ball game now. He has 5 in the quarter already, 12 in the half, 19 in the game. Put it on the floor. There's a jump. It is back iron. No. Rebound hit the floor. Rebound by Hawkins. Chase down, and a foul will be called on Travis Anderson of East Jackson. Scott Akers now will check in. He'll make his first appearance since the second quarter. It'll be Starks, Hawkins, Akers, Haywood, and Vassell. Now Vassell will go out, and Markel McCullum will check in. 67-44. A minute, 13 seconds gone by here in this fourth quarter. Inbound into the backcourt to Starks, who comes into the forecourt with the left hand, now goes behind the back. And Clark is on him with a count. Gives it over to Markel McCullum. McCullum now going to give it to Hawkins, who went wide open. You know what? He put it on the floor. He took that one extra dribble, allowed the defense to come from the white side and block it. Traveling violation called on Travis Anderson. But that's the thing right there with Hawkins. If he just catches that and goes up, he scores the layup. But he caught it and made that power dribble. That extra 2/10, 3/10, half a second allowed the defense on the weak side to come back and block it. No, I know it sounded like I was about to say west side. Fifth game. Enjoying it. Have no problems with it. There's Haywood. The shot is no good. Rebound is on the floor. Hawkins is going to chase it down for Peachtree Ridge. And now he's going to give it over to Akers. Akers, one dribble and gives it back to Jeremiah Starks, and they'll set up the offense in front of Coach Harrington. Harrington with his arms crossed as he's standing just a foot over there, barely out onto the court. There's McCullum, top side, a three. Good. Markel McCullum, a three ball. Oh, McCollum knocks that thing in there, and he's had himself a pretty good day. 5.5. 13 in the game. Well, here's Anderson. Anderson. A foul, and it was called on McCullum, and they're going to say McCullum may have used his knee or his thigh in some manner. 70-44.
In the game for the Lions, number 40, Mason Shepard, number 54, Donald Pritchard.
Oh, just to recap today in our BCB basketball MLK showcase games today, where the pass is stolen by Akers. Akers stole the inbound pass for Peachtree Ridge, and now he has it, and they have a comfortable 70-44 lead. He's dribbling with the right hand into the forecourt, picked up by Dawson. Drew Drennan, I just now realized, is on the bench here as this fourth quarter is underway. There's a drop down and a hook up, no good by Donald Pritchard, who's now into the contest. Rebound is going to back flare out and come off to Rico Dawson. Dawson in this fourth quarter. Rico with a crossover dribble. And going to the bench now, Mason Shepard is into the game as well for Peachtree Ridge. Haywood and McCullum, the only two regulars out there. Akers, an occasional bench, but now he's got Pritchard and Shepard in, and they're seeing their first action of the day. 3 minutes gone by. Haywood, a jumper. It's good. Connor Haywood, a jumper. 17 feet just inside of the arc. And they push the lead on out there. 72-44. It is a 28-point ball game. Driving down the lane, Clark, who had himself a really good first half for the East Jackson Eagles, had 9 in that first half. Now we have more substitutions and more depth as Shaz Mulu will check in for the first time. Akers will get hit with the foul. And also into the contest for the very first time is Onikasha. As a Shushawa Anikasha is into the game for Peachtree Ridge. Aniki Kachai. I always like to work on it. Mason Shepard gets it as we are now in garbage time. The last 4:30 of the contest, and Akers is dribbling on the left wing. Now he kicks it out to the top. Very impressive showing here from this bunch. Mason Shepard pulls a three. It is no good. Rebound ripped down, and now here comes East Jackson back this way, and they come and operate it now with Dawson. Dawson between the legs. He pulls that long three. It skips off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound going to come down. He stepped out of bounds. They didn't call it. They called a foul instead. And now East Jackson reaching deep down into their bench. Marcus Wingfield will check in. Coach Boyd in his first year at East Jackson, second year at East Jackson, excuse me, trying to get this program on the map, and has Drew Drennan running the show. Drew Drennan will sit down, going to have a very quiet night tonight with only 6 points. Bounces it over, and there's Akers. Akers puts it on the floor between the legs. Now he goes over. They swing it around here. Shepard now with the left-hand dribble, going to feed the post. Couldn't get it. Ball bounced away, and they chase it down over down the right way. Josh Goodrich, who's checked in now for East Jackson. Goodrich is in. Now he's going to come up and try to set that screen. It wasn't there. Dribbling now is Sturdivant. Sturdivant is also in now as we're at 3:27. Ball game out of control. It was a 15-5 game, and then it became 16-13. Peachtree Ridge took off from there. They kept it at 8, 9, 10, and then they finally just blew the doors off of it in the third quarter. Late in that second quarter and then that early third quarter, they opened up shop. Earlier games today here, while Dawson is at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. He missed it. Rebound was dropped and picked up now by Peachtree Ridge, and here comes Mason Shepard. 45-43, Langston Hughes over Dorman in our first game. That was our overtime ball game. Then we had the upset of the day as South Atlanta took care of Green Forest, 62-57. They overcame 31 points from Justin Forrest, 21 of them in the fourth quarter. And then Calhoun, they went ahead and opened up shop on Buford, 63-47 to improve to 17-0, getting 21 points from Kalen Riley. In the game before this, the Sequoia Chiefs just could not hang with Berkmar, 79-53. Berkmar rolling behind 17 points from Zach Cooks, and then 13 points from Jay Estime, and then Joshua Faulkner at 12 as well. And now we're 72-44. So we're sitting here on the backside of back-to-back blowouts. The three is no good. Mason Shepard rebound using power, and he's going to get fouled as he went up, and that is Zawaki Onikachi at the free throw line. It's one of them things you ask the coach this name. Oh, he's not going to play. If he plays, it's going to be a blowout. And I got lazy today and didn't break it down. A young sophomore, we'll know his name though. Good size, 6'3", and a freshman. Missed that first free throw. And if you know Coach Arrington, he'll find a way to get something out of you. Coach Keith Arrington, the head coach of the Peachtree Ridge Lions, and Sam Allen brought up in one of our conversations earlier today about the amount of transfers. He's the one that suffered from it but did not cancel any event that he already had scheduled. Hey, I scheduled it because of my basketball team and my basketball program, and I'm going to play them. Both free throws are no good. And East Jackson now with the rebound, 72-44. Working it now is Marcus Wingfield. Wingfield has it on the right side. Pump fake. Goes below the free throw line. Dumped it off. And there's a drive and a jump by Goodrich. No. Goodrich couldn't get it up. And now here's Akers. Akers now with the left hand bringing it this way. Akers goes behind the back. Now stops. Kicks it in the corner. Shepard, one dribble. Shoots a three. Bottomed it out. Mason Shepard, a three ball out of the left corner. And that pushes the lead to 31 now. 75-44 with 2:04 to go. Dawson going to drive, scoop it up with the right hand. It's no good. Rebound, battled for, and they'll come away with it. Is Onikachi. Onikachi gives it over to Shepard. Seen Mason Shepard play in games this year. Obviously not this late in the game and with it being this way, but he has seen spot duty throughout the season other than right now, clean-up, mop-up duty. Shepard on the screen and roll to Okachi. He put it up and scored. Okachi came in and got that lay. Okachi 77-44 and 90 seconds to go. Well, they ran that little two-man game, that screen roll action, and got an easy hoop out of it. Mason Shepard jumped in, got the steal. Okachi is running with him, and he didn't see him. Now he gives it to him a little too late. One catch, pump fake, jump hook. It's short, no good. Rebound going to come down. Miles Addington there defensively going to come away with it, and now gives it over to Wingfield. Wingfield into the forecourt with 70 seconds. Picked up by Shepard. Wingfield used the cross and swings it over. We come up on 1 minute. 1 minute to go here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to dive in there. Almost got the steal. It was a good play by Shaz Mulo. They dump it off. He catches it. Goodrich shot up. No foul. Tip, fight for the ball, and a rebound coming down to Pritchard. Donald Pritchard gets it up ahead to Akers. Akers now going to dribble. Akers going to go all the way. Put it up off the window and score. Scott Akers. 79-44 in the final 38 seconds, and Peachtree Ridge going to win this thing. Going away, they're going to improve to 11-8. East Jackson will fall to 9-9 on the season. East Jackson will get ready tomorrow night. They are on the road at Jackson County, and Scott Akers gets another easy layup down there. They've got Jackson County tomorrow night in a back-to-back, and then they got Elbert County and then at Oconee County the next 3 ball games for the East Jackson Eagles, as now we look to dribble out the clock. Wingfield going to drive, stop, slip, lost the ball, the steal to Akers, and that will be the end of the ball game. Peachtree Ridge, a comfortable victory, 81-44 over the East Jackson Eagles right here on SUV TV, the SUVTV.com, and that will bring the 2016 BCB MLK Showcase to a close. Once again, outstanding host of the Peachtree Ridge Lions. I want to thank Peachtree Ridge, the facility, all of the people here. Coach Arrington, they've got one of the best PA announcers in the business. He's done a wonderful job here as well. And 5 games are in the book right here at 7:43 in the East.